So let's talk about the product first and how we got to the product, and maybe I can help you understand a little bit about the different segments of a product and why we're able to do this. It's very difficult today to just walk into an insurer and say, I want to do a program. It just doesn't work that way. You've got to have data, you've got to have backup, you've got to have longevity in the business. This isn't something you can go out and have a good party one night, come up and say, wow, I got this great idea. It doesn't work. And there are some aspects of a warranty that I think everybody should know about that nobody ever tells anybody. There's this giant mystique that everybody likes to place in the industry over this product to keep the margins fat. But the reality is, there's a couple of different, let's break apart a warranty. What is it? First of all, you gotta have a program. Here's our program. Everything 4 years old and newer. And some people get mistaken. That doesn't mean if you've got a 3-year-old TV that it'll go out 4 years with us. You can take it out as long as you want. There's no contracts on this, and there's no limit to products. So if you're a family, you got a couple of kids, you got game consoles, and all kinds of stuff, you can put it all in. How did we do that? Well, in addition to the product, you have to have what's called an administrator, or a third-party administrator is what they're really called in the industry. And normally what happens, let's say you go into Best Buy, because I just saw it down the block here, that's why you go in and you buy a TV, right? You want a warranty, yeah, you buy it. Well, I start thinking to myself, not only have you overpaid on the warranty, but you just paid it with your credit card, so now you get to pay interest on an overpriced product. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, does it? But let's say you have a claim. You call up and they go, Best Buy. Well, it ain't Best Buy. I just want everybody to understand, you're calling a third-party administrator. The difference is, I own the third-party administrator, so when you call us, you're calling us. We've been doing this for a long time. We've been in the consumer electronics. My two partners in that have been in it for almost 40 years as well. And that's all we do in that administrative office is consumer electronic products. We're managing right now it's up to about 600, list, I was just there the other day, 650,000 warranties. But and we're putting on every week, every month, new companies come to us because we do what is considered traditional fenced products. A fenced product maybe go out 2 years, 3 years. You know how they say you want a 2-year warranty, 1 year, 3 year fencing? We don't have that. This product is not available through my administrative company to anybody. Only here. It'll never go out to anyone. I don't want it to. This is where it belongs. The other thing is, you need insurance. And we use, in all our programs, we use AMS-rated insurers. We've got people like CV Star and Dealer Accepted. We've got the right companies that are backing this product in case something goes wrong. And it also should give everybody in here a little comfort level. Because again, this isn't one of these things where I just created some rate and everybody got, okay, great. We had to bring all our data in, they had to take a look at it, they had to actuarially pull it apart, see what we were doing, and then they gave me a rate, of which we built our program around that. So you're going out there with a rate that's been tested, looked at, scrutinized, and provided that's comfortable. And again, the adjudication of the claims is all done by us. So it also makes it somewhat vertical, the program, which I like because it's the right way to do it. So you've got a product now whereby you can go into any store now or in the future buy a product, register it within 30 days after you buy it, and it's covered. But what we are doing within 90 days, I've been talking about this for so long, it feels like forever already, but we really had to get ourselves set to come out so that now when I go to Best Buy myself, you want a warranty? No, already got one. How could you have a warranty when you haven't paid for the product? Because I do. Can I see the receipt? Yes, you can open up your smartphone, get our app, press the button, it's going to scan it, register it, and send it to the company. So you're done. You don't have to worry about anything. In addition, that app's going to be shareable, so you can send it to other people. And then it'll go to your website, so you can link them up and get them involved in the program. And it'll be a wonderful way to keep all of your products in one app, so you know where everything is in your home. Because I always say to everybody, so tell me where your vacuum cleaner paperwork is. And everybody looks at me with the same look. Honestly, I don't know where mine is either. But I don't think I've used the vacuum in so long. I have so much in there I can't do it. But the truth is, this will keep it all together. And then, you know, I'm gonna talk about some things you may think about going home. Oh, why didn't I ask them? Well, I'll bring up some of this stuff for you. And one of them is, what happens if I have a claim? How do I do a claim? Well, there's 3 ways to put in a claim. You can call it in, you can email it in, or we're set up in our facility with live chats. So you can actually do it live. In fact, I did a meeting in Dallas last night, and a young lady there had started, wow, when I first started Matrix, she had that product, had a claim, and she was taken care of like that. We really adjudicate really well. And the reason we do it really well, because if you really think about it, what am I selling? I'm selling claims adjudication. That's what I'm selling, built around the product. If I don't do it right, guess what happens? I have no business. So we do it right. We're rated really well with the Better Business Bureau, and we will continue that tradition because we're growing our business quite rapidly, both in traditional and in what we're going to do here, which is really going to change everything around. So you've got everything in the past, 4 years and newer, present, and future. And that's everything. You know, I tell this story because I went down into the basement about a year ago. About a year ago, 6 months. My son has his room in his basement, you know, in the basement. What he wanted for Christmas was a microwave and a refrige, so he never had to come up. But we didn't do that. So he's got I'm sitting there and I'm looking at him, and he's got a headset on, playing an Xbox with somebody in God knows where. I have no idea where they were playing. With a laptop next to him and the cell phone texting away, all at the same time. The kid should have been glowing, really. I mean, but this is what's happened in America today, hasn't it? Because it's no different. Everybody does the same thing. So what we did was we want to make sure all these products for all these families are covered. Does that make sense to everyone? It's a very simple product. It can be shared at home parties, it can be shared with your neighbors, it can be shared so many different ways because people use warranties. Now, I'm not telling you to do this, but I know I was talking to somebody yesterday, raised their hand, she said, yeah, you know, I got this program, I just cashed in the warranty on my TV, I canceled it, and I got back $200 because they prorate and bring it back to you. So you can, that's conceivably possible to do. But the point is, it's a very simple product that nobody has that everybody uses, right? This is a traditional business. So now let's talk about the comp plan a little. What does that really mean? Well, in the comp plan, and we'll have some other people. I know there's some guest speakers, I believe, right, Sheila, that's going to be talking. But in the comp plan, this 2x12 matrix, and this is what I detest about network marketing. most of these programs that you see, well, this is the first part that really bothers me. They'll charge you $200, $300, $400 to get in the program, right? And what do you get in the mail? A beautiful box of nothing. You get the right, a couple of magazines, nothing. But you get the right to sell their program and be part of their deal, right? The reason the buy-in is so high is so they can pay out to the top leaders. Unfortunately, what happens to Susie Homemaker? Here's Sue. What happens to Sue? They forget her. We built this program from the bottom up because I want everybody to earn. This is about building a future. This is not about 2 years and what's the next deal out there. This is for people that want a home, build a business. And I see because I'm on the road all the time, I see so many people in their 50s that have either been downsized because, economy, and go get a job at 50 years old. It's tough. People are looking for a business opportunity. They're looking to create a lifestyle. And more important than the business opportunity for somebody that's been downsized is to keep their own pride, ego, and to be able to look themselves in the eye and their family in the eye with respect and honor. And that's important. So we built this from the bottom up. So we use a 2x12 force matrix. The reason we do that is because with other compensation plans, there are things called holes in them. So you get coded out. I know a lot of people that don't understand this. And they make those comp plans so you don't understand it. I dare anybody, half of the people that are in a business, or 90% of them couldn't explain it to me anyway, because they're so convoluted. And what happens is there's holes in them, and the reason there's holes in them is so that money you get coded out, the money that you were supposed to get now goes back to the company. Well, I didn't want to do that, number one, because everybody's, if they're going there, I'm going here. And number two, it doesn't do anything for the person that came in that wants to make, maybe you don't want to make 10, 20, 30,000 a month. Maybe that's just, that's a crazy number. But maybe $500, $800, $1,000 a month would change your life. Well, I wanted not only for you to be able to do that, but for you to be able to do that and as long as you want. So let's say Dawn decides she wants to do it for 3 years, build up a nice income, whatever it was, and says, I don't want to do this anymore. I think I'm going to, vacation for a while, whatever. As long as she stays active, that money never goes away. It's the way it's supposed to be. We don't take downlines and move them and all that craziness. So a 2x12 matrix means that Dawn can put 2 people under her. She puts her 2 promoters under her. Then they put 2, and they put 2. And when she does more than 2, let's say you put on 5, they start to spill over down into the different legs, the 2 different legs. But monthly, what we do is we compress it up. So if there's any holes in that matrix, they get filled up with the spillover. So why do I do that also? Because in normal networking companies, what happens is you start off, now you're starting to do well, and you're with, you're with Ken, you're doing well. Ken goes, wow, she does too well, I'm gonna get coded out of her, so he's trying to keep you down. With this program, we promote team building, because it spills over, everybody helps everybody in the matrix, which is a great way to go. The reason you don't see it is because companies want that money coming back. The difference is, I don't need it to come back because I'm not going to Salt Lake City and repackaging a lotion, a potion, a pill, the magic cancer protector, or any of this junk. What I'm doing is I've got my administrative company that I own, I've got this company, and to be honest with you, I'm looking for an insurer right now. So we're going to be completely vertical in this company. But the idea is to keep it so you make money. Remember I told you about the agencies that go to the car dealers? There's a ton of them out there. I mean, we were doing, I was cranking auto. I had every auto pretty much agent out there selling one thing or another at one point or another. But it's limited by demographic. I really visualize tens of thousands of agents. You're an agent, you're a business. Make no mistake. This is social marketing with a traditional business. And it's never been done in this industry before because the warranty business, as bad as the networking industry, has got a bad rap. The warranty industry is a whole different trip. There you've got complete complacency. Why? Because most of the people are probably that are running these things are around my age, and they've got they're not as crazy as I am, so they're all looking, they don't want to change the world. They're banging these things for big bucks. They want another 4 or 5 years, go up into the sunset, you're never going to see them again. So it's a whole different concept. Now the other thing we put in there is this matching bonus, the check matching bonus. I don't know if anybody's ever has had a chance to multiply that out yet. Yeah. Well, it's crazy numbers. I don't even like doing the numbers because they're crazy. And I'm going to explain to you where they come from so you don't think this is some pie in the sky dream. But the numbers, the 25% check matching means that if Dawn goes out and she just wants to do a couple of $100 a month, let's say. So Dawn goes out and she puts 3 or 4 promoters on, which is pretty much the industry average. You'll put 3 or 4 on. And those people break down. Not only is she making her, what is it, $80 or something on her matrix, or even more at that point. I think you're open up for $900. But now you've got 25% of every person you put on, those 3 or 4 people, their own matrix. Remember, everybody's got a matrix within itself. So now, not only are you making it on yours, you're making it on everybody with no restrictions. This is not one of those things where you have to keep promoting until until you run out of people and then everybody takes it away from you and you got nothing. So it's a beautiful way to go. And by the way, we use top network marketing MLM attorney. His name is Kevin Thompson out of Nashville. Tremendous guy, incredible guy. Really has his stuff together. And he goes through everything we're doing, so we're totally, proper the FTC. But in addition to that, you've got customer bonuses. And how are you going to get customers? You're going to go out, you'll get some customers, you'll start, some people might do home parties, some people might go out. We're going to put together gift cards, very minimally priced gift cards. So you can give out, a 60-day program. Hey, come on, Reggie, this is the first 60 days. And let people get accustomed to it, feel for it. I like that idea. The other thing is, now once you've got all that going, what we're doing to support this is twofold. I've just finished a contract with TiVo. You know what TiVo is, the boxes? So that we're going to be on TiVo. You go up, you get up, you go make a sandwich, go to the bathroom, see what the kids are doing, press pause, we'll pop up. And then you can drill in if you want, whatever. But the other thing is, and I really saw this, I had a vision as we were starting this company, I'm talking to Sheila about it, I knew where I was going. But do you ever get a reaffirmation on something you wanted to do, you see something, somehow you get a reaffirmation on it? So I was in the gym about 2 weeks ago, and you know how they have the TVs on the walls? You can't hear it because you have to plug in. But I looked up, and I never look at it, but I just looked up, and there was an expose on CNN for Avon. And the whole story was about Avon helping women in Africa learn how to be in business. It was a great story. But what really was the reaffirmation for me was, does anybody remember Avon calling the TV commercials? Well, nobody does that anymore. It built them. So we are in the process of putting together TV commercials to do two things. Acquire customers that are going to go out into the field. I don't want them. Leaders are going to need them. You may be ready to be a national director. You need a couple of customers. Right. Boom. They go in. But that's what we're doing. But it's not just about that. It's about buying locally from your warranty rewards representative in your own area. And if you don't know of where to go for someone, please call us and we'll route them into the right area. If we do that, and you guys do the jobs you're going to do, you know what we can do in this country? It's amazing. You have no idea. I mean, it's wild. Because it's not only about that and the check matching bonus and the, all the leadership stuff and the customers. Yeah, you can build a business real easily, and it's very lucrative industry. But how did we get to that 25% check matching bonus on everybody? Because everybody, yeah, that's pretty cool. How'd you do that? Is that going to hold? Well, first of all, let me assure you, the company's run by two Jewish guys. Me and somebody else. The numbers work. The numbers totally work. But having said that, normally what happens is you go in and you work your ranks up to get coded, right? And then there's dollars put aside for coding. All we did was we said, why do that? Because the problem is 80% of the people might not make the coding. And what do you do with all the other people that are trying hard? So why not get rid of that crazy coding and spread it out in the field? Give it to everybody. I mean, it doesn't matter to me. Money can't come back to me anyway. So that's how the numbers work. And they work. So now you take that. Now let's go, if you really want to visualize, well, let's get a little crazy here, okay? This is the first product. We are getting ready, and I'm finishing up right now our month-to-month automobile product. We're going to have a vehicle service contract, month-to-month on auto. I've got a home warranty. I've got a furniture warranty that I'm going to be coming out with. The auto is going to be big. The auto will be big. I mean, I know Mr. Lambert knows what I'm talking about, but even in our business, when I was running it, we were doing about 50,000 of those things a month. So it's very lucrative, but I will tell you this. The first 1,000 that I had to get, I can imagine what a woman must feel like giving birth. Because that's what it felt like to me. It was impossible. It seemed like I was never going to get there. But we got there. Then from 1,000, when I picked my head up, it was 4,000. Then it was 12,000. It grows like insane. But it takes work. This is not a free ride. We just made it very simple. But imagine now, especially people that are leaders out there, Dan, some of you people. Now imagine if you take that same matrix and do a separate one on auto with a separate check matching. Now you've got two positions, two matrix, you're working off of everything. That's what's going to happen here. So this is just as far as you want to take it. you want to take it to X amount of dollars and you put a goal in your head, you can get there. There's no doubt you can get there. Let me see if I missed anything here. Just, no, you know, I think that's really the essence of this program right now, is to get promoters on. The guy that gets 10 promoters on is making a check matching for 10 people, plus his own. And I want people to earn, because think about it, for yourselves. What's going to make you excited is when you're earning more than you're spending. Correct? I want everybody to earn more than they're spending. I don't care what that amount is, but you can do that for sure. There is no doubt in my mind. So that's our goal. That's how we're doing it. And I think, Sheila, do you want to come back up, or?
Let's give Jay a big hand.
Something else. Sheila, as Vice President of Marketing, has done an amazing job. I mean, her and I get into it from time to time, but she's done an amazing job, working hard. But we also have a great support staff. We've got Ken Bloomberg, who is our Vice President of Operations. He's our Director of Operations. He's wonderful. He'll be able to help. You can always reach him at ken@mywarrantyrewards.com. Support at mywarrantyrewards.com. I've got the head of our IT department. We keep adding, unfortunately for me, but we keep adding more and more IT people into the company. And we've got our support services through William Pena and Randy San Antonio. So there's a lot happening here, and we're continually adding more corporate staff to make this work. And if anybody is in Dallas at any time, you get a hold of Ken, that's where he lives. We would love to take you through a new facility. It's gorgeous, and it works, and and this will give you, and we're going to film it, so you'll be able to see it. But there's a lot of brick and mortar behind this company. So thanks again, appreciate it. Sheila, it's all yours.